car showing warning lights, jerking gears, refusing to start, check engine light glowing bright, and the mechanic quotes a few $100s just to inspect? The truth is, most of those problems aren't caused by actual damage. They happen because the car's electronic systems are data confused. Many mechanics can clear these issues in just a few minutes with a reset, yet charge you as if they replaced a major part. In this video, you'll learn 15 simple reset tricks that mechanics often keep secret, helping your car run smoothly again and saving you hundreds of dollars without ever visiting a garage. Subscribe to the channel to get notified of new videos. (15) Reset the anti-theft system. Resetting the anti-theft system is one of those emergency savers you should know because it can save you from standing helpless in a parking lot, pressing the remote endlessly while the doors won't unlock, or worse, when the car refuses to start, even though everything seems fine. Most modern cars are equipped with an electronic anti-theft system. Immobilizer. The method is simple. Sit in the car, close all doors, and turn the key to the on position. Dashboard lights on. Hold the lock or unlock button on the key for about 10 to 15 seconds so the car can re-register the code. Then turn the key off, wait 30 seconds, and try starting again. If the security light turns off, you've succeeded. Some cars may need to repeat the process 2 or 3 times, but the whole procedure only takes a few minutes. 14. Reset the ECU. Resetting the ECU, engine control unit, is the easiest way to bring your car back to its original performance. Yet few people know about it. The ECU is the car's brain. It controls everything from fuel injection and ignition timing to the transmission and throttle response. When your car starts acting strange, most people rush to the dealership and get told it needs a system diagnosis. In reality, the ECU is just overloaded or storing faulty data. Resetting the ECU clears all error memory and returns the sensors to their default state so the car can relearn everything from scratch. It's very simple and only requires a small wrench. Turn off the engine, open the hood, and disconnect the negative battery terminal first, then the positive. Touch the two cables together for about 10 seconds to discharge any remaining power. Then wait 15 to 20 minutes for the system to fully sleep. When reconnecting, attach the positive terminal first, then the negative. 13. Reset the idle system. Resetting the idle system sounds technical, but it's one of the simplest ways to make your car run smoothly again. Many drivers experience strong vibrations at stoplights, fluctuating chest RPMs, or sudden stalling without knowing why. The reset process is easy. Start the engine and let it idle until the coolant temperature reaches normal. Keep it idling for about 5 minutes. Then, turn on the headlights and AC to add load and wait another 2 minutes. Do not press the accelerator at any point. After this, the ECU will store new idle data and adjust the air-fuel ratio accordingly. The result? Smoother idling, less vibration when stopped, and more consistent throttle response. 12. Reset the blind spot warning. Resetting the blind spot warning system is something almost every modern car owner has faced, but few know how to fix it properly. Sometimes you start the car and the blind spot indicator flashes continuously, even when there's no vehicle nearby. Many people assume the sensors are broken, rush to the dealership, and get quoted hundreds of dollars, while in most cases, it's just a temporary error caused by dirt, moisture, or signal interference. To fix it, first clean the sensor surfaces gently with a soft cloth. Never use high-pressure water because it can misalign the radar. Then, turn the key to on, find the blind spot button, or go to safety settings on the infotainment screen, and hold the button for about 10 to 15 seconds until the light blinks or the system confirms a successful reset. Turn the engine off, wait a few seconds, restart the car, and drive above 20,000 mph so the system can recalibrate itself. 11. Reset the electric power steering. Resetting the electric power. Steering, EPS, is a lesser known but very useful trick, especially when you start your car one morning and find the steering wheel suddenly feels heavy, like driving a truck. Many mechanics will say the module needs replacement, but in most cases, a reset is all it takes. Here's how. Turn the key to on, engine off. Slowly turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, then all the way to the right. Do this twice so the sensors can recognize the full range. Then start the engine, let it idle for about 30 seconds, and turn the wheel once more to balance calibration. The system will automatically realign the steering angle and restore the normal light steering feel. 10. Reset the AC system. Resetting the AC system is one of those mental rescue tricks every car owner should know after a few years of driving. You turn on the AC, hot air blows from the left vents while freezing air comes out on the right, like two different climates in one cabin. Mechanics often say it's a blend door motor failure or control module issue, quoting a few $100s. But in most cases, the system simply loses its vent position memory after a battery replacement, fuse removal, or sudden power loss. It just needs a reset to relearn the proper hot and cold airflow positions. The fix is easy. Turn off the engine, disconnect the negative battery terminal for about 10 minutes to clear old data, then reconnect it. Start the car, turn on the AC, and cycle through all airflow settings from hottest to coldest, and from face vents to foot vents, so the ECU can remap the blend door travel range. On some vehicles, you can simply hold both the defrost and recirculation buttons for 5 to 10 seconds. If you hear a faint click-click sound, that's the system calibrating itself. 9. Reset the mass airflow's MF sensor. Resetting the MIF sensor may sound technical, but it's actually one of the simplest engine revival tricks. When you press the gas and the car responds slowly, burns more fuel, or idles unevenly, the culprit is often the MAF sensor, a tiny device between the air filter and throttle body that measures the amount of air entering the engine. Over time, dust, oil, or moisture can cling to it, causing inaccurate readings. The ECU then gets wrong data and adjusts fuel incorrectly, and the result is poor performance, sudden surges, or black smoke. Many people rush to replace the sensor, but in most cases, a reset is all it takes. The process is easy. Turn off the engine, unplug the sensor's electrical connector, and leave it for about 5 minutes so the ECU clears the stored data. Plug it back in, start the engine, and let it idle for 5 to 10 minutes without using the AC or radio. This allows the system to relearn the correct airflow readings. For a more thorough job, you can spray an MAF cleaner, specialized formula only, but never touch the tiny wire inside. Even a light touch can damage the sensor. Pause for 3 seconds and hit the subscribe button to get the latest videos. 8. Reset the ABS light. Resetting the ABS light sounds complicated, but it's easier than most people think. Every experienced driver has seen this before. A small yellow circle with ABS suddenly lights up on the dashboard. Your heart skips a beat because you assume there's a serious brake issue. In most cases, your brakes still work fine. The ABS system just stored a temporary fault, possibly due to a dirty wheel sensor, loose fuse, or weak battery. Before rushing to a shop and paying hundreds for an electronic diagnosis, try resetting it yourself. The simplest way: turn off the engine, open the fuse box, find the ABS fuse, pull it out for about 30 seconds, then plug it back in. When you restart the car, many systems will automatically clear the code and the light will go off. If the light stays on, try the second method. Start the engine, turn the steering wheel fully left, then fully right, and return it to center. This helps the steering angle sensor resynchronize with the ABS module. 7. Reset the tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS. Resetting the tire pressure warning system seems simple, but frustrates a lot of drivers, especially when temperatures drop. On cold mornings, the yellow tire symbol lights up and makes your heart race, thinking you've got a flat. You check, tires look fine, no leaks, no nails. In reality, nothing's wrong. The cold air simply reduced tire pressure slightly, and the overly sensitive sensors triggered the alert. Garages love this because they just plug in a scanner, clear the code, and charge you for a reset that takes less than a minute. To do it yourself, inflate all tires to the manufacturer's recommended pressure listed on the driver's door sticker, not the number printed on the tire. That's the maximum. Don't forget the spare tire. Some cars read from that sensor too. Then, drive steadily for 10 to 15 minutes above 30 mph per hour, and the system should automatically update. Some vehicles have a TPMS reset button under the steering wheel or in the central menu. Turn the ignition to on, hold the button until the light blinks 3 times, and you're done. Reset with an OBD2 scanner. Resetting with an OBD2 scanner is exactly what professional mechanics do every day, except they charge you $100 for a task that takes less than 5 minutes. Whenever the check engine light comes on, most people panic, thinking something major has failed, but in many cases, it's just a temporary sensor glitch. Instead of guessing, a simple OBD2 scanner, which costs only a few $dozen, can read the exact fault codes and clear them in seconds. The process is straightforward. Turn off the engine, plug the scanner into the OBD2 port, usually under the steering wheel or near the fuse box, and turn the key to the on position. The device will connect automatically and display the error codes. Write them down if you want to track them later, then select Clear Codes. Within seconds, the check engine light will turn off, and the car will run normally again. If the light returns immediately, that means the fault is real and needs further inspection. 5. Reset the display or infotainment system. Resetting the display or infotainment system is something every modern car owner should know, especially when your car suddenly starts acting slower than a snail. The screen freezes, the touch input doesn't respond, Bluetooth won't connect, or the navigation map keeps spinning endlessly. All common problems. Many people rush to the dealership and are told they need a software update or central module replacement, costing several $100s. In reality, 90% of these issues can be fixed with a simple reset. The method is easy. Go into Settings, look for Factory Reset, Restore Default, or System Reboot, and select Restart. Some vehicles have a hidden reset button, a tiny hole next to the volume knob. You can press and hold it for 10 to 15 seconds using a toothpick or pen tip until the system restarts. 4. Reset the accelerator pedal sensor. Resetting the accelerator pedal sensor may sound like something only a mechanic can do, but it's actually a very useful trick for any driver. If your car accelerates slowly, responds sluggishly to the gas pedal, or shows unstable RPMs, the throttle and pedal sensors may have fallen out of sync. Over time, signal mismatch causes poor throttle response, uneven acceleration, or even vibration while idling. Here's the fix. Turn off the engine, then turn the key to the on position. Dashboard lights on, engine off. Press the gas pedal all the way down and hold it for about 5 seconds, then release it slowly. Don't let it snap back. Repeat this process 2 to 3 times. Turn the key off, wait 10 seconds, then start the engine and let it idle for a few minutes so the ECU can relearn the full range of throttle signals. After the reset, you'll immediately notice smoother acceleration, more stable RPMs, and better response. 3. Reset the key fob. Resetting the key fob is something few people think about until they're standing in a parking lot pressing the remote repeatedly and nothing happens. You replace the battery, try again, and still nothing. The light on the key works, but the car doesn't respond. In most cases, the key isn't broken. It's just lost synchronization with the car. This can happen after a battery replacement, a long period of locking, or electrical interference. And of course, the dealership will tell you it needs to be reprogrammed, charging a few $100s for a task that takes just 2 minutes. Here's how to do it yourself. Sit in the car with all doors closed. Insert the key into the ignition and turn it from off to on repeatedly, usually 4 to 8 times, ending in the on position. If the car beeps or the lights flash, you're in programming mode. Now press the lock button on the key. The car will automatically lock and unlock to confirm pairing. Turn the ignition off and test. It should now work normally. Some newer vehicles have reset instructions in the infotainment menu or require a specific button combination. No matter the method, make sure you have all keys with you during the process, as the system usually reprograms every key at once. 2. Reset the check engine light. Resetting the check engine light is something every driver has thought about at least once. When that tiny orange light turns on, anxiety kicks in. You imagine engine failure, transmission problems, or repair bills in the thousands. But in most cases, it's nothing serious. A loose gas cap, a damp spark plug, or low voltage can trigger a fault code and light up the warning. Even after the issue is gone, the light may stay on simply because the system hasn't cleared its memory. Instead of rushing to the shop, you can reset it yourself. The quickest way is to disconnect the negative battery terminal for about 10 to 15 minutes, then reconnect it. The ECU will reboot, and the check engine light will go off. A more precise way is to use an OBD2 scanner. Plug it into the port under the steering wheel, turn the key to iron, and select erase codes. The whole process takes less than a minute. 1. Reset the transmission. Resetting the transmission is a trick many drivers don't know, but it can make your car feel alive again in just a few minutes. When your car starts shifting roughly, hesitating, or holding gears too long, don't assume the transmission is failing. Modern automatic transmissions adapt to your driving habits. If you usually press the gas hard, it holds gears longer. If you drive gently, it shifts earlier to save fuel. Before heading to a shop, try this reset. Turn the key to the on position, but don't start the engine. Press the gas pedal fully down and hold it for about 20-25 seconds to signal the ECU to erase the old shift data. Then, turn the key to off while still holding the pedal down for a few more seconds before releasing it. Wait about 2 minutes, then start the car normally. On your first drive, avoid hard acceleration. Drive gently and smoothly so the transmission can relearn your driving style. After just one short drive, you'll notice smoother gear changes, better response, and no more jerky upshifts. This is the same trick many mechanics use before recommending an expensive solenoid or TCM replacement, parts that could easily cost you over $1,000. Modern cars have dozens of complex electronic systems, and often what seems broken only needs a simple reset. Knowing how to do these correctly not only saves you repair costs, but also keeps you in control of your car's maintenance. A few simple actions can make your car run smoother again. When you know how to talk to your car, you'll also know how to keep it stronger and more reliable every day. Did this video help you? Subscribe now and help us reach 20,000 subscribers.